and I do things, and today is going to be a video of the 25 products that I would like to finish up in the year 2025. This is I want to say it's my third year doing this type of product video, and I've definitely learned over the last few years. I haven't been super successful over the last few years, so I want to be more practical with my choices as I'm trying to work through my collection and not just like hate pan my collection. If you guys are interested in seeing the 25 products I hope to finish within the next year, then keep on watching. Let's go. I'm gonna kind of do this in order of application. So I'm gonna start with primers. And last year I had 2 full-size primers in my plan to pan. And this year I decided to put all of my remaining like mini primers so that I can like completely get through all the mini, not full sizes I have remaining. So I have 4 of them. The first is from Becca. I cannot believe I still have a Becca primer here. This one is the First Light Priming Filter. Like, this should be super easy to finish up. Gotta get it done. The next one here is from Yenza, and this is their Tone Up Primer. The next one here is from Peter Thomas Roth, and this is their Instant Firm Primer. And then this last one here is from, what is the brand even called? EVO Beauty Group, their Green Tea Primer. I think this was from an Ipsy bag a long time ago, so. These 4 should be super easy for me to just work through and automatically have 4 primers out of my inventory, which inventory will be coming as well. All right, next we can talk concealers. This is an older concealer. I've tried to pan this in the past and it just like hasn't happened. It's the Pretty Vulgar Undercover Concealer. I think this one, yeah, I've even taken the stopper out of this one. So this one, I just don't reach for it often, but it would be really nice to finish it up and get that one out of my collection. This next one is a little bit newer. I think I got this one in 2022. I feel like once, I really liked this one, and then once I discovered the NYX Serum Concealer, I like stopped reaching for this one. Not because I don't love it, but because the shade of the NYX is such a better color match. This one's a little bit more yellow tone than I typically like to wear. I have this in the shade Natural Ivory, and I should be able to use it up, but I need to like focus on it and not just only use the NYX. This one's new. Like, I bought this one this year, the NYX Fix Stick. So I have this in the pink corrector shade, and I wear it basically anytime I do my makeup. Right now it's sitting there, so there's that much in it. Like, I feel like that's not a lot of product. I feel like the way I use this, like every single time I do my makeup, I wouldn't be surprised if I knock this out in this coming year just by naturally reaching for it. So we'll see. All right, I have 3 foundations, which is lofty because I only finished 1 foundation this year. First one, look at, this has to not have a lot of uses left. You can literally see, I don't know if you can tell, you can see through the packaging. I don't know. Yeah, like you can literally see through. There's so little in here. This is the Revlon Candid foundation. I did finish the Candid concealer this year, so maybe we can knock this one out this year too. I also have the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop. I have fully used up an Ease Drop in the past. This one, you can't see through this packaging. It feels fairly light. I don't know how much is left in here, but I feel like I've been reaching for this less because I've been feeling so dry lately. I've mentioned it before, but this house has very hard water, and I feel like everything about me is very dry. Oh, Luigi's making an appearance. Hello, Luigi. I don't know. So like, I've been reaching for more hydrating products, and I feel like this one's been getting a little bit neglected. All right, and this is the one that I have been reaching for the most, especially since summer ended. So I kind of switched to this one once summer was over. There wasn't tan, and I wanted something a little bit more hydrating, and that's the Purito BB cream. I really like this. I think the color works really well, especially like I said, my skin's really dry. It's not like the longest lasting foundation, but I don't know. I actually wore this when I went to a wedding a few weeks ago, and I just used a little bit of extra powder and some Urban Decay all-nighter, and I feel like it lasted really well. All right, face powders. I do have 2. I have a loose and a pressed. Loose is the one I've been trying to unofficially pan for a while. God, you can like literally see how much is in here. This is the Juno Blur Power. First of all, is Juno & Co. even a company anymore? Haven't heard that name in years. This one had one of those little like sifters, and I felt like nothing ever came out, so here we go. So literally I'm working with this. It's just a container of white powder. I've been religiously, again, using this every single time I do my makeup because it's huge. I don't want to like waste it, so wearing it today, it's just unnecessary, the packaging, I feel like. This next one is lofty, and I don't know if it's gonna happen, but it's the Pure 4-in-1 powder. I get in kicks occasionally where I use this, and when I use it, I use it. And I mean, you can tell there's some progress in here. I could see if I get in a kick to use it in a, like, this is a winter foundation shade for me. So if like sometime this coming winter, I really get into it, I feel like I could make some really, really good progress. So we'll see. That's probably one of my most lofty goals. All right, I do have 2 bronzers. I have a cream and a powder. The cream is a rollover from last year's project, and I feel like this coming summer, I can easily finish this one up. Like, hopefully. This is the Makeup Revolution one. The other one, this is a former Project Pan bronzer, the Milani bronzer. I'm wearing it today. This one's just like a really easy wear for me. I was able to officially use a powder bronzer this year, so maybe this one could come along next year. I have 2 blushes and they're both creams. So the first one is a duo. So I would have to finish both of the duo to be able to call it an empty, but this is the Kaja Juicy Watermelon Duo. And I have pan in both of these just from so much usage this summer. Now this one has less pan, but then look at this one. Like, I really did use this every single time I did my makeup over the summer. So I feel like, again, if next summer comes around and I am still reaching for this the way I reached for it this current summer, I feel like I could use up this duo, which would be a first. I've never used up a blush duo. Then the blush I'm wearing today is the Merit Beverly Hills blush. Honestly, it's not an all-time favorite formula for me. I don't know, maybe it's the shade I have, but it's so easy to use. You just like scribble it on. But I'm pretty sure it's just that. Like, I don't think there's a giant amount of product in here. So, I mean, how could I not? I honestly get nervous when I use it now that I'm gonna like scrape the sides on my cheeks. So, could I finish up this blush too next year? That would be fantastic. I have 2 eye products, no eyeshadows because I'm realistic. The first one is probably the oldest product in my collection, and I feel like we gotta use it up eventually, right? The NYX Glitter Primer. I've had this before, since before I was on YouTube. I use it anytime I use like a shimmer shadow. I'm like, how much more can really be in here? She said, hoping that maybe one day it will end. And I mean, if I finish it, I'll just buy a new one. Then I have an eyeliner. This is the black pencil liner I use. It's from Burt's Bees. There's really not that much left. It just says Burt's right now. It's just their black liner. It's a pretty good liner. Maybe I'll use it up this year. Setting sprays. I'm taking a similar approach as I took with primers. I do have 1 full size, but I have 3 minis because again, I just gotta work through what I have. The first mini I have here is the Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray. Then I have the Ulta Beauty Wanna Be Fresh Setting Spray. And then I also have a little Fix Plus. I don't think I've ever cracked into this Fix Plus before. So those should be simple goals. I do have a full size here, and this one is probably like 2/3 full. I actually just discovered it this year in my collection because I didn't remember my mom giving it to me, but I literally used that much like just over the summer alone. And it's the Tula Signature Glow Spray. And I really do like this a lot. And I feel like having it in like some sort of a goal project will make me really excited to reach for it. Now lip products. I did terrible with lip products last year, so I only have 3 in the project this year. One is a rollover from the last project. It's the Wander Beauty Lip Retreat Oil. This cannot have that much left in it. It's the product I use like when I'm doing my makeup to just like hydrate my lips a little. I gotta finish this at some point. Next is the Fenty Beauty Gloss. I've had this for a long time and just recently started like falling in love with it. It's taken me years to fall in love with this formula. I don't know what's taken so long, but right now it's settled like right here. So it still has a lot in it, but it's been my favorite gloss to reach for as of lately. So I'm hoping with that motivation, maybe it will turn into an empty. And then for funsies, I threw in this Merit lip oil. I thought this one would be a really easy one to reach for. It's got a little bit of color, which is usually something I prefer in a lip gloss. I usually prefer something that does have a color to it and not necessarily something clear. So, I mean, we're working with an almost full lip gloss, so I really am having the highest of hopes. But yeah, those were my goals for 2025. Let me know, are you guys planning to, what do you guys do to plan for the next year? Do you want to try to use a lot up? Do you not want to because you want to kind of preserve what you have? Let me know in the comments. It's always nice to hear from everyone how we're handling our makeup collection. And yeah, that is it for this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Instagram down below. Give it a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.